Hello everyone, welcome back to AASTEX Publishing. This will be part 3 in the series of Powered by the Unified Astronomy Thesaurus, or the UAT. So as we've mentioned, in about June of 2019, the AASTEX journal started categorizing articles using the UAT, which is replacing the old subject keyword system. So in part 1 of this video series, we covered why are we making this change, just why. In part 2 of this video series, we covered what authors have to do, what do I have to do. And in this series, we want to cover how do I make sense of the UAT, how is it different, what are the differences from the old keyword system. So while the UAT is similar to the keyword system, there are a few differences between the two. And understanding these differences can help, in some cases, smooth out the process of choosing concepts for your first UAT-powered submission to the AASTEX journals. So I want to cover four of those differences here. And the first is a fairly simple one, is that the UAT concepts come with unique identifiers. So an article might, for example, be on dark matter 353, where the number in parentheses is the identifier. And so why is this done? Basically to be language independent. So in Chinese, you might write it as shown there. I don't know how to pronunciate it, but parentheses 353. And so the identifiers are a universal and unchanging integer, while the human language representations are not. They can vary across languages, but that integer number translates across. And so they come with unique identifiers of what that concept is. Number 2 of the differences is that UAT concepts stand alone. In the old system of keywords, you needed to spell out a keyword's full position in the hierarchy. And there were lots of redundancies within those subcategories. For example, we would have things like galaxies, fundamental parameters, and then we would have stars, fundamental parameters. And so we've got fundamental parameters twice, depending on which class of objects you're talking about. So that's a little nutty, and the UAT does not have that. So the UAT doesn't have those kind of redundancies, so you just need to refer to, for example, exoplanet plate tectonics 493, and not exoplanet astronomy 486, exoplanet structure 495, exoplanet plate tectonics 493. Just one will do. And this is a good thing because the UAT hierarchy is much deeper, much richer than the old keyword system. And in fact, the design of the UAT is what is known as a directed acyclic graph. So there isn't necessarily one unique path to a given concept from the root concepts. And a directed acyclic graph, maybe you should, if you want, take a peek at, for example, the Wikipedia article on it. It's basically the graph. It's got vertices and edges, as shown in the diagram here. And the key part about a directed acyclic graph is it's topologically ordered. And so there is, as you go from vertice to vertice along edge, there is no way in a directed flow to end up back at the original vertice that you started from. So it has no loops. We don't have things like galaxies fundamental parameters and stars fundamental parameters, right? That doesn't happen in a directed acyclic graph. So this is sort of the technology underlying the basis of the UAT. It's kind of cool. Check it out. So number 3, you do not have to categorize your keywords with the most specific concepts available. You can, but you don't have to. And so while all the UAT concepts can be organized by a level of specificity, all concepts are fair game when categorizing your article. You can go high concept, you can go very detailed concept. So for example, interstellar medium 847 is a top-level concept with numerous sub-concepts that are more specific. You can choose one of those subtopics, that's perfectly fine, or you can stick with the high-level concept, interstellar medium 847. And if you're, for example, you're writing a review article, that might be the most appropriate concept to tag your article with is just interstellar medium. C60 buckyball there in the image. Number 4 on the list is that individual object keywords are gone. So you might be used to choosing keywords such as stars, individual, HD 209, 458, or things along those lines. And these are not used in the new system because this information is tracked automatically, you don't have to do anything, by making lists of SIMBAD and NED objects that are mentioned. We auto-identify these objects and cross-correlate with the SIMBAD and NED objects. Now, it's true that SIMBAD and NED don't have every single object ever, and of course there will be new objects discovered. So if you used to use individual keywords to tag objects that are not currently cataloged in SIMBAD or NED, for example, some solar system bodies, as we discover more and more bodies in the solar system, we recommend that you use the AASTEX macro object, /object, paren, close paren, curly bracket. The first time you mention the name of the body, and this will help identify the object if you like. So while we do it automatically, if you want to be really sure, go ahead and use the /object, curly brackets. And this is going to achieve the same effect, net effect, as tagging very specific objects in the old keyword system. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say about this topic. So we have four points about the UAT that's a little bit different than the old keyword system. I invite you to dig in and check out some of the technology under the hood of the UAT. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. See you for the last one. Bye-bye.